Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to this week's edition of RedArmyTV. Matt Bland sitting in for Dave Roberts this week. Got tons to talk about. Say that properly in English. Got plenty to talk about. Let's set off meeting our guest this week. On the sofa, we've got John Brookes and Micky Mackey. How are you doing, guys?
All right,
doing very well.
We've got a lot to talk about. But first of all, we need to talk about this sign. Now, it's been legitimately bought. You haven't just half-inched it off a motorway somewhere.
It's not been pinched. It was auctioned after the Cup finals that we had in 1997, and I was lucky with my bid. So when I went along to get it, the mayor said, "Right, you've won it. There you go. Would you like to go and get it?" And when I seen the size of it and the weight of it, I was quite shocked. Because I just see it in the video, Let's Dance video with Bob Mortimer, but when I actually seen it and felt the weight of it, and so I carried it out to the town hall looking sort of all chipper, but then I was like, I had to phone it for somebody to pick me up to get it, because absolutely huge and heavy. It's a great memory.
It's something great to have on your wall. Definitely a good bit of memorability there, isn't it?
It is fantastic.
Right, let's kick things off then with the match at the weekend against QPR. Micky, how do you think things went for the Borough? Do you think Pulis has finally got his 11, or do you think he's slowly getting there with his 11?
I think he's getting there better and better every time. You know, it's like I mean, Downing is just playing out of his skin, and he got the Player of the Player of the Year award from the MDSA on Monday. Fantastic, thank you, Paddy, and. Always a good do every Christmas, and Traore is starting to come into it now. You unleash that beast, right, and nobody's going to stop him. You know what I mean? It's just like you harness that energy and the strength that he's got up front, you know, and the pace with the strength, and he's playing them in the right positions as well. He's playing Downing on the left, Traore on the right, natural players, you know, in the natural positions, not messing about, swapping over. You don't mind swapping over every now and again if it's not working. If it's not going, you know, if it's not working in there, up there or down there, but not passing it across the back four all the time, you know what I mean? So it's like, doing good, sonny, you know. And John, what about George's gorgeous goal?
It was a cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was a belt.
Absolute
I think he shocked himself, didn't he, really?
Oh, yeah.
He shocked himself. It was quite funny listening to Tony Pulis afterwards when they were speaking about his goal. Yeah. And he said, you know, does George do that in the training ground? He went, no, I've never seen him do that before. First goal in 60 games, so it's not bad. It's not bad, but what a cracker.
Yeah. Do you think everything's clicking into place then with the team?
I do. He's introduced a great work ethic there. You can see the lads are... Right. Working, you know, I can only agree. Stuart Downing's been outstanding. So pleased for him, because obviously he was getting the brickbats of the supporters earlier on. He's come out, he's proved what he can do, and he's behind his age, in all honesty. Yeah. The running he's doing. Traore, I think that we could have lost that lad, but now we've got him, and he's immense, you know. It was interesting listening to Curtis Fleming talking about before the QPR game, and he said, I daren't show any videos to the defence of Traore, he said, because they wouldn't have turned up, which I thought was brilliant. Yeah. And that's an asset, you know. Yeah. Pace frightens people, we're utilising him, and it's fantastic to see him in our side. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, when looking at Traore back at the Fulham game, you could see there the potential was there when obviously playing in the right position, as you said, Micky, and he was just in and out and just thunderous up and down that pitch. And it was good to see him do that in QPR. Yeah,
it's the strength as well. I mean, at the other day, I said, stand up. You know, I shouldn't have told him off like that. Well, I didn't tell him. I just stand up and give us a hug. And he's solid muscle, mate.
He's a brick.
He's a brick. He is. He's strong. He's not just fast. He's dead strong as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, it'll take some holding him back. You know what I mean? It's like mint.
Yeah. If you're watching us on Facebook, by the way, don't forget you can contact us on social media. #Borough@RedArm. We've got a few comments coming in. Andrew Shutt has wrote in saying, imagine if we just fall short of automatic promotion. Who would love a double trip to Wembley in the playoffs and the FA Cup and win them both? How would you feel about that?
Oh, I'll tell you what, just to go to Wembley and actually win would be great for me. You know, that'd be fantastic. As long as you're not playing Chelsea in anything, I don't mind. So let's hope their demise comes quickly.
That's it.
But yeah, I'd love it. I love the FA Cup, as you can see. And I always think people say, oh, well, the Cup, concentrate on the league. No, it complements what you're doing in the league. It gives that motivation, it gives people sort of that impetus and go, oh, come on, we can do this. It's a day out, you know, so it's so important for me that we do well. For us, wouldn't it? Would. Absolutely marvellous. So,
right,
fingers crossed.
We'll talk more a little later on, but first, Dave Roberts took the cameras out over to Hartlepool when the Borough supporters showed our appreciation towards the fans as they try and save the club. Let's have a look.
A cold day at the usual Red Army coach departure point, but warm on the inside, with Borough fans getting set for their journey up the A19.
86, we were in big trouble, they helped us out. I'm a big believer if someone helps you out, you help them out whenever you can. And it is that simple. It'd be terrible if a long-standing local club with a Cloughie tradition and all that disappeared.
Just because they helped us out in 86, obviously it's a local team. There's 3 big teams in the area and we need to support the littler ones.
A huge thank you to Delta and Cotham coaches, free buses supplied to get Borough fans to the game. The trip to Pools was just full of Borough, on the inside and out. Just asking Hartlepool fans what they make of this exodus from Middlesbrough coming across to help you guys.
I think it's brilliant. I wasn't around in 86 when we helped out Middlesbrough, but I think just everything in general that Middlesbrough are doing to help us as a club, to try and keep us going till the end of the month and just to ensure our survival is fantastic.
It's good, isn't it? Takes us back to 86. Obviously helped you out, didn't we? So just returning the favour, aren't you?
And what do you make of all the Borough fans coming across to it?
Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, true fans sticking together, can't beat it.
Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we can't thank fans, Middlesbrough fans, other fans enough. It's just, can't put into words.
What's it going to be like having Borough fans standing side by side on the terraces with you?
It's going to be good to see everyone side by side, you know. It's good to be united, so it means a lot, really does.
You know, they helped us out in 1986, so we're here repaying a favour. It'd be an absolute shame if anything happened to this club. You know, it's for the North East, so we'll come and show our support and hopefully do our little bit for the club.
Just having a quick chat with yourself. How important is it for you to be here today?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it's North East club at the end of the day, so everyone needs to show support for their own club. So they're practically one of ours as well, aren't they?
Well, we've come to support the local team, so we haven't gone down to QPR, so here we are here to support them like they done for us in 86.
There was plenty of Borough fundraising outside and plenty of support on the inside. Red and white and blue and white, standing side by side. I saw you there getting a bit emotional. What does today mean to you?
Absolutely everything. I've just read what it says on the players' shirts there, and it's just all these fans here and from around the country, the town, across the world even, are just, you know, our little club.
You're standing next to somebody wearing a Middlesbrough shirt.
I am.
What does that mean to Hartlepool fans?
Again, it's just been an absolutely amazing response. I mean, we've met up with 3 other Borough fans that sat up in the stands there, and just at work, and people coming in their shirts and things. It's just been fantastic, absolutely amazing.
Well, what a day it's been. Borough fans and Hartlepool fans standing side by side at the Vic, all with one aim, and that's to play a very small part in trying to keep Hartlepool United alive. Borough fans, doffed your cap. You've done yourselves proud.
Thanks for that, Dave, and let's hope Hartlepool can find someone to bring him from the ashes, let's say, because they did it for us, so let's do it for them. And he also got photobombed at the end. You see that, little kid? Right, we've got plenty more to come in part 2. We've got your social media comments coming in. Keep coming in on our Facebook Live, of course, and on Twitter at #BoroughRedArmy. Still on the couch, we've got John Brookes and Micky Mackey. Mackey, sorry.
Micky, it's a funny one to get through.
We've got plenty more to talk about with these guys regarding the match and the upcoming Brighton match as well. And also we'll be having Stuart Downing. We've got an interview with that guy from the MDSA Awards that happened earlier on this week. And we've got Pulis as well. Just take a look at the VTs we've got.
No, very special. Like I said earlier in the interview, it's nice to be appreciated by your own fans. And like I said, being a local lad is no better feeling, so over the moon with the award.
The only thing I can say is that I'll work very, very hard, and hopefully the group of players will work very, very hard to get this football club where it deserves to be, and that's in the Premiership.
That was Stewie down in there and Pulis as well. Right, he's got plenty more coming up in the second half, so let's go and get some money, shall we? And we'll go to a break. Welcome back to the second half of RedArmy.tv. On the couch, I've still got John Brookes and Micky Mackey. Not getting me tongue-tied this time, Micky Mackey. Guys, just looking at the match against QPR and also the match at Fulham, do you think Borough, John, do you think Borough are finally getting the confidence?
I do. I think there's confidence radiating through that team. And I do think it's obviously down to man management as well. Obviously, we'd lost that throughout our Karanka. Gary Monk didn't seem to have that sort of presence, but Tony Pulis, you can see his animation on the sideline. He's talking all the time, he's whistling, you know, and it's great. And that communication's going through. He talks to people, you know, ones that need the arm round him. He does that. So for me, it's a lot down to man management. They didn't have the restrictions that they had before, and people are sort of showing the skills, which is brilliant. And so some of the players are coming out the shells. Pleased for Ayala as well. A lot of people saying he should go. He's been playing great. You know, he offers sort of defensive stability, but he's also an attacking presence as well, which he proved at QPR. So stuff like that for me, it's just clicking into place. You know, I think it's like saying you've got a Ferrari. We've had slappy tappets up to now, but now we're just getting that sorted out, and I think he'll do well. He'll do well.
Micky, do you think this has been the best game with Pulis in charge?
I wouldn't say the best. Well, obviously the best, yeah, with the goal situation and everything. You know, now he really has got us going as we should be. I thought against Fulham we played really good. It was like, did you know that their referee, he was a Sunderland fan. He had to give up his Sunderland's season ticket, right, to turn professional. You know what I mean? So it was like, and I mean, that was an obvious penalty against Fulham, you know what I mean? But we should have hammered them.
Yeah.
You know, on another day, we'd have had 3 or 4. But, like we did against QPR, so we are clicking together much better, you know, much stronger and much more professional, you know.
Definitely. Excellent. Right, let's go and have a chat with Mr. Downing. He was at the MDSA Awards earlier on the week, and he won Player of the Year. So let's see what Dave had to. Well, see what he had to say to Dave.
Stewie, congratulations. What does it mean to a player for the fans to vote him Player of the Year?
No, very special. Like I said earlier in the interview, it's nice to be appreciated by your own fans. And like I said, being a local lad is no better feeling. So over the moon with the award.
We did talk during the presentation about the Boo Boys and you winning them over. Does that give you an extra bit of satisfaction that you're now getting recognition from those who last year were probably having a go?
Yeah, it's like every player. We all want to be appreciated and we all want to be liked. You know, we went through a difficult spell. Someone has to take the brunt of it. You know, I got it, but it's how you respond, I think. And you know, you got to show a bit of character. And I just thought, you know, this season's a big season. I wanted to do well, the team to do well, and that's all you got to do. And if you get results and performances, then fans are always happy.
New boss, new ways of doing things. What can we expect from the lads for the rest of the season?
Hard work. I think, not that we weren't doing it in the past, but you know, he demands high intensity work. That's be that training. You know, everything he does, you can see he's a full intense man, but very good to play for. You know, and the lads have you know, taken to him. He knows what he wants. Like I say, he demands the best, and if you don't do it, then you don't play. So I think it's good. The players are on their toes, and that's what we need, because look at the second half of the season now. We're going to have a big push, and you know, and keeping them playoff, you know, stroke automatic places.
Well done, mate. Congratulations.
No problem.
Cheers.
Thanks for that, Dave. And also Tavernier, he got Young Player of the Year as well, so congratulations to him and Stewie. Right, guys, Micky, Britta Sombalonga, do you think he's still got a place in the team, or do you think he's still has to fight for his place?
I think he's got a big place in the team, mate. To be fair, I would rather play him rather than, you know, You know, it's one of them where you just sort of like, he's another one of them that's really strong and he's fast.
Yeah.
He hasn't got the height, that's all. But he can still jump. You know what I mean? He's clever in the box. You get down in on the left, Traore on the right, get some balls in, and he'll start smashing them home, I know he will. He knows where the net is.
Definitely.
Prove him, that's why we bought him, you know.
What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I do. I think he needs to up his work ethic a bit. Sometimes he's a bit like, oh, puts his head down and what have you. But I think given that sort of motivation and a run, to be honest, because I must admit against Fulham, I was so disappointed in Gusted. He had chance after chance, and I was thinking, you know, maybe if Britt had been on, he'd have took one of them chances. So I think he needs his chance. But also, you know, he's explosive. Okay, he doesn't offer the aerial threat that Gusted does, but he's worth his chance in there, definitely, without doubt. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Let's see what the team Pulis brings on Saturday.
Exactly. Let's hope he plays a strong one again in the cup. You know, I don't need weekend side. You know, we dispense with Sunderland. We didn't do the same with Brighton. So let's hope he gets a strong side again.
Thanks, guys. We'll come back to that later on. Right, let's check out what you've been saying. Mark's here with our personal social media.
Neil Granger says, £27 restricted view was worth every penny. We were so dominant and direct. George with a worldie, and great to see Adama score. On we march. Up the border, mate. Rudy Gusted, great result in London yesterday. Very happy to see Adama scoring his first goal for the Borough. Well deserved after his recent performances, and a big FA Cup match up next, up the Borough. Jonathan Taylor. Traore was the surprise, but Shotton was the revelation. If he wasn't already at Borough, Pulis would surely have to try and sign him this month. Totally, mate. And last but not least, John Hammett. My take on Pulis and Borough. Starting to see an identity of a team who battle for each other. Players who know their roles. Back four solid. A winger we all know we had. Missed being confident in my team. Long may continue. Up the Borough. That's your social media for today. Back to you, Dave.
Right, so let's look ahead to the Brighton FA Cup. Mickey, do you think, I know Pulis is really determined and he sees the FA Cup as a must thing to win. Do you think you could take Borough there?
Look, the FA Cup is still a huge game in my calendar, you know what I mean? I don't care about the money side of things, you know what I mean? It's massive and that could kick us on as well, you know what I mean? It could move us on, you know, and Brighton have got appointed. They've got a little dagger in our backs, you know what I mean? From the dagger that we put in their backs.
Well, that's it.
Going up 2 seasons ago, you know what I mean?
So they've got a game to play really to try and get one back over us after nudging them out of the way of promotion. Yeah. What do you think, John?
I think it'll be a tough game, you know. Chris Hughton's he's a shrewd guy. He'll come up here. He'll want to win. He'll know. He'll have a go. But I think if we just professionally in our layout at the beginning, we can do it. And you know, and the good thing is Tony Pulis wants to win the cup. You know, he said, yeah, we'll have a go at it. And that's fantastic for me. You know, no putting out the weekend side. Let's go for it and give it a good go. And you know, I'd love to see it like another 3 goals on Saturday would be fantastic.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Brilliant.
Right, Leo Persovic, guy's been in the news a lot, and obviously we did the lights for Leo at the Riverside and on the other games as well. He actually sent a video online thanking all the Borough fans. Let's take a look.
After this horrible tragedy that they cost the life of my 2 daughters, it's time to be thankful and to thank the Middlesbrough Football Club, all the workmates, all my friends, the fans and the whole supporters for the night of lights. When you honored my girls, when you supporting our family, when you sharing our pain, standing right in our side. I hope one day soon we can visit you and give a true hug from our heart. And wherever we go, everybody we know, we are Middlesbrough. Thank you.
Great touching video there from Leon. It's good to see he's back at work now, coaching in his Brazilian team. Right, very briefly, lads, we're sort of run out of times. Scores for Brighton. Mickey, start with you.
2-1, mate.
2-1, John.
2-0, I'm going for.
Oh, you're going for a solid,
clean sheet.
Positivity there, I like it.
Right.
I hope so, like.
Right, we've got more Red Army next week, and also with the transfer market closing, we've also got a Red Army extra show later on in the evenings covering that. Don't forget as well, Red Army Social is here on Mondays with Phil and Mark. We'll catch you next week for Red Army.
The only thing I can say is that I'll work very, very hard, and hopefully the group of players will work very, very hard to get this football club where it deserves to be, and that's in the Premiership.